All right, strutting turkey. Something that a lot of people are always wondering about and asking questions. And although I believe as well that is one of the more difficult birds to mount, and the majority of the problem comes from not knowing exactly what's going on underneath the skin. So in the previous video when I did a standing turkey, this was the turkey body that we had. Okay, and the owner decided to use the breast meat. So basically, when I skinned the bird, it was like this. The breast was already taken out, and he had a incision right on the keel bone here, and basically the two breast meat that they were here, they were cut out and without damaging the skin. I mean, too much damage, but anyway, they did a fairly good job to remove the breast meat, and then they brought me the rest. Okay, so and then in that video you saw that we created these two patterns, one for side view, just like that, and one for top view work. And this, in case if you cannot find in your local suppliers, this at least this will give you some sort of an idea how to carve your own strut turkey body. Okay, so let's cut out the talk and get into the action. So this is basically the side view that, okay, now if we cut this out, it'll be, oops, sorry, I was forgetting this. We also have to remove this part. We don't need the tail. Where is my first pattern? I'm gonna cut my first pattern. This is the one that we figured out. So we're gonna cut out the tail. We don't need the tail for a strut. Sanding block needed. Evenly on this little piece of foam, but keep in mind that you're gonna have to make sure nothing's stuck underneath. This feather is, there you go. Double check, nothing is sticking out from the other side. That's good. Okay, now I'm gonna bring my tools. Maybe I have something in here. Good. So obviously drumstick. before I tape it up, because that's where it's going to get bent and going into the body. So I just leave it on this side and I'll tape it that way. And this one, bend the toe just like the other one, and then bend this right along the back of the drumstick. And of course we're going to bring it inside of leg on this one and tape it up just like that. So this is semi-accurate, at least it's going to line up the feathers properly. Now our favorite plastic wrap goes around it to hold everything in place and also make it smooth for the skin. So the skin can taxi very easily around it. A little bit too long. That's good. Let's see, the other one is probably too long too. No, the other one is good. Okay, one leg is in the front. I think we're just fine. We can adjust that when we have the whole skin on the mount, and we can easily adjust the detail later. So we got the neck figured out, we got the legs attached. Now we're gonna bring the skin back and attach the wings. And we're going to attach the wings the same way we did with the legs. We're going to cut out a slot in here, put the wire, and pour some epoxy to make it set, because we want to use this. Seeing something, because it's one of those things that you have to feel the work, what you're doing, instead of just watching it. So once you're in that last part of the wing, you push it through, because you have removed the meat in there before. Push it through right till the end in here. Sometimes you hear a pop going off. Sometimes you don't. But you can easily tell that your wire is going right through the last piece of the wing. And you can always ensure with your plier is hold. Okay. Like around here, you can tuck it in, and then you can at the same time pull it forward, because the scapulus feathers are supposed to be pinned down right on the shoulder, right on the here, on top of, basically right on here on the body. So, and you might end up changing that pin a few times before you're totally satisfied with it. But that's cool. That's part of the whole game. We got to just keep taxing the skin around. And I'm putting it in kind of like a zigzag shape of bead because I know that I will be pressing it down and spreading that injection all over that area. First, okay, now the front sticking out too much. I can bend it like that. And then that's pretty much for one wing. Now we'll do shingling. So we got taking care of this row, and now we're gonna go up to the next row. So we're gonna pull down and see which feathers are gonna be the longest. Obviously these are all the ones. Okay, the same sequence applies to this row as well. Between the ulna and the radius. So we know that by the time it all dries out, whatever shape and form we have given to this wing is going to stay that way, it's going to dry that way, right? So, and this part of the wing, the feathers are so tight against the skin, they're laying down so tight that I don't think we're going to be able to come back every day and to the length, or might show it a little bit longer, which is what most hunters like to see. Anyway, I mean, we're talking about like maybe a half inch, maybe. But anyway, So that's how it is.